We're still tracking Hurricane Lee out there. As you can see, it's a pretty massive system taking up about half the size of the East Coast there in terms of real estate, and 85-mile-per-hour winds currently. It's, of course, not as organized looking as it has been the last several days. That eye there, not quite as wound up, and it's kind of expanding in size as it gradually weakens. It's still going to be a powerful storm, though. Tropical storm warning in effect for Massachusetts, for Cape Cod, Nantucket, up to the Maine coastline, and now tropical storm warnings in effect across Nova Scotia as well. So still going to be some pretty rough weather across New England here heading into Friday and the weekend. Massachusetts will start to feel the effects of tropical storm force conditions here as it passes by, as still forecast to be a hurricane on Saturday, and then eventually it is forecast to push into Nova Scotia by later on Saturday as what could be a post-tropical cyclone. So that's still a very strong area of low pressure, but it's heading into some cooler waters, so not really going to be fueled by that warm water like tropical cyclones are. And it is still going to have some very gusty winds, some tropical storm force winds possible there again from Massachusetts up to that Maine coastline. So big storm, and we'll be watching that for a few more days before it pushes out. Marco's still spinning out in the Atlantic, and we have Invest 97L. This is continuing to become better organized. Strong possibility that this becomes a tropical depression, and in the long term, the model consensus is that it is likely to form into something stronger than that. So we're likely to see that become Nigel at some point, which is the next name up on the list. Meanwhile, here locally, our latest drought report out today still shows extreme to exceptional drought across central and south Louisiana. We could use a lot more rain than we've gotten, and unfortunately, we just really didn't get it much in the terms of totals yesterday and today for most areas. Very light rain falling across the area. That has since dissipated. Our front still stalled off across the coastline this evening, and that will stay out there for Friday and for Saturday. So we're still going to have the possibility of seeing a shower or two here as we head into Friday. Mainly inland, isolated chances inland, widely scattered there to central and southern parishes, and those rainfall amounts would be less than a quarter inch here, most likely for our Friday. So we could have some fog, some clouds, and some spotty showers here throughout your Friday morning. We're actually expecting those skies to clear, though, heading into the afternoon, and we still could see a stray shower or two during the afternoon and early evening hours, but we should see a bit more sunshine tomorrow than we had today. Temperatures tonight dipping into the upper 60s area wide as we have near average temperatures finally. Same for our highs tomorrow, upper 80s to around 90 degrees here in the metro area, which is right on cue for this time in September. Our average high is around 90. So for Friday, that patchy fog possible, early upper 60s early on. By lunchtime, still some clouds around, but starting to see some breaks of sunshine potentially. Temperatures there into the low 80s, feeling just a few degrees warmer. We do have a slight heat index tomorrow, and by 5 o'clock, seeing some sunshine out there with temperatures in the upper 80s. Looking at that extended forecast, our weekend is looking good. We're pretty much holding pretty steady here on our temperatures. Looking at those morning lows in the 60s, afternoon highs still running just a little above average, but closer to where we should be for this time of year. Low 90s here through the weekend. Lots of sunshine, low rain chances, and it looks like we're going to have an extended dry period here into next week as we see low rain chances here for the first half of next week or so.